What's up, guys? Just wanted to check in with you really quick and let you know about something that I've been up to with the problem child. I didn't film this when I did it because I wasn't sure if it was even going to be worth filming. I wasn't sure if it was going to do anything. But I've actually noticed a change, so I thought I'd tell you guys about it. Basically what I did, on my 99, I have what people call the alternator rewire, which is just running a wire from the output post of the alternator over to this post on the fuse box, which I don't know if I noticed a difference doing that or not. But this car has been displaying some symptoms of having electrical problems. And one of the main things that I saw is at idle, the interior electronics seem to dim a little and the blower motor is not quite as strong and the windows don't go up and down quite as fast. And what I tried to do on this one is I did basically what you might call the big three. So what I did was basically I ran this one new power wire here, which is probably about a 4 gauge, from that output over to this. I also ran a small ground wire from the main bolt here that holds the alternator on over to this strut nut, and that's basically just serving as a junction, but it's also tying the ground to the engine into the ground to the chassis. Then I added this gold placement bolt on the negative side on my battery, and the extra post that it came with I used to run a large diameter negative wire up to this same post. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm tying the ground for the engine and the chassis into one and straight to the battery, and then I'm running a new power from the output of the alternator over to the fuse box to tie that in. And believe it or not, I have actually noticed a big difference. At idle now, I'm really not seeing the dimming anymore. I'm not seeing any difference. I can sit there with all my loads turned on and rev the car up and nothing change at all. And that's all just from doing this. This stuff is pretty easy to do, so I don't really think we need to get too in depth on how I did it. For me, it cost almost nothing because I already had some battery cables around and I already had some of these connectors, so that was no big deal. But if you're starting from scratch, you can usually go to any electronics store or even some auto parts stores and just get maybe 4 feet of black 4 gauge electrical wire and then about the same, a little less, of the red power wire. Then it's really just a matter of putting the appropriate size ring terminals on both ends and cutting them to length. You just run one from here to here, one from here to the battery, and one from here to here. So it maybe took me 20 minutes to do this. And if you are having any weak electrical system problems, I highly recommend doing it. So I don't know, for the amount of time that it took, I kind of felt like this was a pretty good modification. It's not very expensive, it doesn't take very long, and the electrical systems in these cars are pretty old at this point, so bad grounds and stuff like that are just something you're more than likely going to have to deal with. I know this wasn't a very long or in-depth video, but I hope it was information you guys can use. If so, make sure that you hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and that you've hit the bell icon. We are over 800 subscribers at this point, which is insane, and getting me closer and closer to having some new options for things I can do with this channel. So if you like what I'm doing, please support it. Please share it to people who will also support it. And I'm gonna get out of here for this one. I will see you guys in the next video though. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace.